Some of My Best Friends Are Black, 2013, a nonfiction work by Tanner Colby, investigates the condition of racial integration in the United States more than 50 years after the Civil Rights era and the landmark rulings that struck down segregationist laws. In his preface, Colby explains that the idea for the book emerged after the 2008 presidential election, when he realized that despite voting for Barack Obama, there were no black people in his personal circle of friends. The discovery led him to question why American life still seemed divided along racial lines. He acknowledges that, as a white man, his main qualification for writing the book is his own lack of understanding. Colby begins his inquiry by revisiting his childhood school days in Birmingham, Alabama, in the same district that played a role in the Supreme Court's Brown v. Board of Education decision. He recalls that while the school was technically desegregated, students still sorted themselves voluntarily by race. The black children gathered together at lunch, as did the white children. He introduces readers to Alicia Thomas, a bus driver for the Vestavia Hills district. She once attended the school herself through a desegregation busing program, but later moved outside the district and could not afford to live in Vestavia Hills. Her job provided a way for her own children to attend the school, since employees' families had that privilege. Colby then charts the history of the district and the town itself, from its eccentric founder to the effects of the Brown decision and the introduction of busing, which first brought black students into its schools. He describes how the district gradually slid back into separation, relying on legal loopholes, such as easing minority teachers out without replacing them, to slow, meaningful integration. Reflecting on his own classmates, Colby remembers that the few black students were not openly mistreated, but were regarded as outsiders, noticed, tolerated, yet never fully included. Shifting focus, he examines broader structural forces that perpetuated segregation, especially within the real estate industry. He details blockbusting, a practice in which realtors frightened white homeowners with the prospect of black neighbors, convincing them to sell quickly and cheaply. He also analyzes redlining, in which banks and other institutions systematically denied or overpriced loans and services to minorities, curbing their ability to buy homes or move into more integrated communities. In Kansas City, he notes, efforts to encourage integration were systematically undermined by these behind-the-scenes tactics. Colby also reflects on his professional life as an advertising copywriter, tracing how Madison Avenue resisted racial integration. Agencies hired black employees only under intense outside pressure, but then often had no plan for how to use their skills, leaving many disillusioned hires to depart and establish black-run firms. Though technically legal, this voluntary separation reinforced barriers within the industry. On a more encouraging front, Colby turns to the story of a Catholic parish in Louisiana, using it as a window into the history of racially divided churches. For decades, the parish operated with parallel black and white congregations, each wary of the other's motives. Over time, through deliberate effort, the two groups merged into a unified community. Today, the parish conducts services jointly, with no separate rituals or congregations, offering a rare example of successful integration. Colby closes the book with a blend of realism and optimism. He depicts a nation where the legal framework of segregation has been dismantled, yet where cultural habits, economic barriers, and unspoken fears sustain racial divisions. His personal realization that he lacked genuine black friendships despite his progressive intentions serves as a starting point. It suggests that confronting one's own blind spots can be a meaningful step toward the deeper integration that laws alone have not achieved. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.